Have you ever wondered just how much your dog actually understands when you talk to them? Do they recognize their name? Well, you might be surprised to learn that our furry friends grasp a lot more than we often give them credit for. Recent research by Canadian scientists studied 165 dogs and found that, on average, dogs can respond to about 89 words and phrases, ranging from simple commands like sit and stay to more complex ones like let's go for a walk. But here's the catch. Their understanding goes far beyond just recognizing words. Much like young children who learn by picking up on tone and body language, dogs are incredibly tuned in to how we express ourselves. For example, say walk with excitement, and you'll likely see your dog bolt to the door, but say it sternly, and they might back off or whine. In this video, we're going to dive into how dogs comprehend human speech, including not just the words we say, but the tone and body language we use. We'll explore how dogs use these cues to understand us, their amazing ability to pick up emotional signals, and why this connection between humans and dogs is so special. So, if you're as fascinated by our canine companions as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for some surprising insights into how your dog really hears and understands you. Canine understanding of human speech. Have you ever been absolutely amazed by how your dog seems to know exactly what you're saying, even when you're not using complex language? Maybe you've called out a simple command, or even just spoken their name, and they immediately respond, almost as if they truly understand you. Well, it turns out you're not imagining things. Dogs are actually much better at understanding human speech than most of us realize. According to research, dogs can recognize and respond to an average of 89 different words and phrases. These words range from basic commands like sit and stay to more complex ones such as let's go for a walk or where's your ball. The ability to link words to specific actions and objects is something that dogs excel at. Imagine a dog who knows that when you say sit, it's time to settle down, or when you say dinner, it means food is on the way. This is more than just training. It's a true understanding of language in its own way. But here's the twist. Dogs don't just recognize the words we say. They're incredibly sensitive to the tone of voice we use, as well as the body language that accompanies our speech. Just like how we can tell when someone is happy or upset by the tone of their voice, dogs have developed the ability to pick up on these subtle cues. For example, when you say walk in a cheerful, high-pitched voice, your dog will likely spring to action, ears perked and tail wagging, eager to get outside. But if you say the same word in a stern, flat tone, your dog might slow down, hesitate, or even look confused as they sense that the energy of the moment has shifted. That change in tone is a powerful signal for them, guiding their emotional response. It shows that dogs rely not just on the words we use, but on our tone and emotional state to interpret what we mean. This extraordinary ability to read human cues is no accident. Dogs have been living alongside humans for thousands of years, longer than any other domesticated animals. Over time, they've honed their ability to interpret not just our words, but the emotions and intentions behind those words. This bond is deeply rooted in their evolutionary history. While many animals rely solely on basic sounds or gestures to communicate, dogs have developed an exceptional skill in reading the subtleties of our emotional expressions. Whether it's recognizing the joy in our voice when we call them for a walk or sensing the tension in our tone when we're upset, dogs have become incredibly adept at tuning into the emotional undercurrents in our speech. This deep sensitivity has helped forge a unique and unbreakable bond between humans and dogs, creating an understanding that's stronger than any other human-animal relationship. So, the next time you give a command or call your dog's name, take a moment to realize it's not just the words they're hearing. They're also picking up on how you say them, the emotions you express, and the energy behind your voice. It's this blend of language, tone, and body language that creates the deep connection between you and your dog, making communication far more nuanced than it may first appear. Scientific insights into dog brain processing. Now that we know dogs can understand words, tone, and body language, let's dive deeper into how their brains actually process this information. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. Research has shown that dogs don't just hear our words, they feel them. In fact, scientists have used advanced tools like MRI scans to study how dogs' brains respond to human speech, and the results are mind-blowing. When a dog hears words of praise like "good boy," spoken in a cheerful, upbeat tone, both sides of their brain light up. This indicates that the dog fully processes and understands the emotional content of the words. It's as if their brains are saying, "We get it. This is positive. We're being praised." On the other hand, when the same words are spoken in a neutral, monotone voice, only one side of their brain lights up. This suggests that the emotional component of the message is missing and the dog's understanding is much less complete. What's truly remarkable is that when dogs hear random words they don't recognize or that don't have any specific meaning to them, if those words are spoken with a cheerful, happy tone, the dog's brain still reacts. But this time, it's not the language centers that light up, it's the emotional centers. This shows that dogs are primarily processing the emotion in our voice first and foremost. The tone, the warmth, the happiness, they're all absorbed before they even try to process the actual meaning of the words themselves. These findings highlight just how critical tone is in dog communication. When we speak to our dogs, it's not just about the word itself. It's about how we say it, whether we're calm, excited, stern, or happy. Dogs are attuned to these emotional signals and rely on them to help understand the context of the message. It's clear that dogs are constantly listening to our tone, picking up on the emotional content, and adjusting their behavior accordingly. That's why, for example, your dog might respond with enthusiasm when you say walk in an excited voice, but might appear confused or hesitant when the same word is spoken with frustration or anger. This connection between tone and emotional response is rooted in the dog's brain's reward system. The reward center in their brain, which is activated by things like playtime, food, and affection, lights up when they hear words that are both understandable and delivered in a positive tone. So, when you praise your dog with an enthusiastic "good boy," they not only recognize the words, but feel the emotional reward associated with the praise. That's why your dog is so eager to repeat good behavior when it's met with positive reinforcement, because they're learning that pleasant tones bring pleasant outcomes. These insights into how dogs process human speech are not only fascinating, but also essential for anyone who wants to communicate more effectively with their canine companions. It's a reminder that successful communication with your dog is not just about giving commands. It's about the emotional energy you put into those words. Whether you're training, comforting, or simply talking to your dog, remember that tone, body language, and even the emotional content of your voice all play a critical role in how your dog understands and responds to you. In short, dogs are far more attuned to our emotional cues than we might think. So, if you want to make the most of your interactions, remember, it's not just the words you say, it's how you say them that truly connects with your dog. How dogs learn their names. Let's dive into one of the first lessons we teach our dogs, learning their name. Surprisingly, most dogs pick up their names within about a week. The key to this learning process lies in classical conditioning, where dogs associate their name with positive experiences like food, attention, or affection. When you call your dog's name and reward them, they start connecting the sound of their name with something enjoyable. It's not just about memorizing the word. It's about associating it with something they love. Over time, this connection becomes so strong that they respond eagerly, wagging their tail or coming when called. However, the way you use their name matters. If you call their name while they're distracted or angry, it can create negative associations. For example, using their name when you're frustrated might make them hesitant to respond in the future. Consistency and positive reinforcement are crucial. Always call their name in a happy, calm tone and immediately reward them with praise, treats, or affection when they respond. By reinforcing this connection, you help your dog reliably respond to their name in various situations, creating a stronger bond and better communication. Understanding dogs' nonverbal communication. Dogs communicate more through body language than words, and understanding these cues is essential for a strong relationship. Dogs are highly attuned to our posture, facial expressions, and even how we move. For example, A relaxed posture and a smile might signal affection, while tense body language could make your dog feel anxious or uncertain. Tail wagging is another key indicator. A relaxed, wagging tail typically signals happiness, but a stiff or low tail could indicate fear or anxiety. Similarly, a dog's ear and eye positions reveal a lot about their emotions. Ears back and eyes wide can signal fear, while relaxed ears and soft eyes show calmness. Dogs also use scent to communicate, marking territory or signaling emotional states. This nonverbal communication is subtle yet crucial for understanding your dog's feelings. They might nudge you with their nose, lick you to bond, or use other physical touches to signal their needs. Understanding these cues is essential, as each dog expresses themselves differently. Some dogs are more expressive, while others are subtler, so paying attention to their individual body language helps strengthen your bond. By recognizing both their verbal and nonverbal signals, you can respond more effectively to their needs and create a deeper, more meaningful connection with your dog. So what have we learned? Dogs are far more in tune with us than we often realize. They understand a wide range of words, are sensitive to the tone of our voice, and are masters of reading our body language. Whether it's responding to their name, interpreting our emotions, or recognizing subtle cues in our behavior, dogs truly understand us in ways that go beyond words. By being mindful of how we communicate with our furry friends, both verbally and non-verbally, we can strengthen our bond and build a deeper connection. So, the next time you talk to your dog, remember that it's not just the words they hear, but also the love, care, and understanding you put into your voice and actions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more insights into the amazing world of dogs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.